The national dialogue was hilarious. National dialogue sounds serious, right? Like people in suits discussing the future of the country. Well, after a week, it's now descended into the Showmax roast of Cyril, Ramaphosa, and the ANC for some of the most hilarious moments from the national dialogue. Stick around.
How much did that thing cost?
700 trillion.
Ready to take your podcast to the next level? At Ayeye Studios, you can film, edit, and release your podcast all in one place. From crisp visuals to clean sound, we've got you covered, and we can even distribute your podcast on YouTube and other platforms. The best part? It's brought to you by the same team that brings you SMWX quality. Are you ready to take your podcast to the next level? Welcome to Ayeye Studios. Spread the fire. Welcome back to SMWX, or the Mpofu-Walsh experience. If you're new around here, I'm Mpofu-Walsh, and on this channel we explore South African politics through interviews and analysis. And sometimes, you know what we've realized? Sometimes you've just got to laugh. It's not always serious. This national dialogue was so funny that I think the best way to cover it is through satire. So sit back, relax, and let's laugh together, fam, because there were some hugely hilarious moments in this national dialogue. Let's start with our beloved president, Comrade Cupcake, who suggested that we should all be asking questions about what's going wrong in South Africa. Just take a look at this.
We also need to ask ourselves, why do so many people live in abject poverty and so few live lives of opulence? Why, after decades of democracy, are the prospects of a white child so much better than those of a black child? We need to ask ourselves that. We also need to ask ourselves, why do women get paid less than men for the same work? That's what we need to ask ourselves.
No ways. No ways, guys. The president is asking us why taps are running dry.
I mean, really?
Guys, that's like the Uber driver is like turning around and saying, where? It's like the Uber driver is turning around and saying, oh, where are we going, by the way? Like the soccer coach is now saying, okay, but why did we play this formation and why did we lose 10-0? Like if the president doesn't know this stuff, then who does, people?
Or the doctor arriving at the hospital like, guys, why are you sick?
why are you sick? Why did I leave that implement in during the surgery? Why?
And then leave
Why?
straight afterwards.
You know? And Uncle Cyril didn't even have the patience to stay on day 2. He just bounced. It's like the principal came in to the school and was like, why is there so much litter on the floor? And then he just walked away on day 2. But what's going on?
The liver of the man.
The liver.
It's been 7 years. How can you ask that question?
You can't, as a president, ask the country what's going wrong, guys. Like, anyway, that was just the start. I knew things were going to get serious when before or just at the beginning of the dialogue, there was some medical emergency at the beginning and people were turning around and there was commotion. People started singing after that. And I was like, the one thing you don't do with South Africans, do not put us in a room and ask us to talk, because we will talk until you want to cry. And that's what happened at the national dialogue. Now, have a look at this, which is when things started to get heated and people started speaking to the politicians in the room.
We are the foot soldiers. We are on the ground. All of you here have bodyguards. We don't have bodyguards. We had a colleague who came here from 3 a.m. in the morning.
All right,
we
thank
are
you
foot
so
soldiers.
much.
We know what's happening on the ground. And if you say it's a national dialogue for us, you can't shut us down. It's said that you are here because 2026 elections are coming. So you're trying to buy our silence.
All right, thank you so much.
Bodyguards are here now. Like, and what were the bodyguards doing, by the way, at the time? Were they just standing there on some, like, should we speak? Are we part of the dialogue? Like, it was real. Now look at what happened after this bodyguards thing. Hashtag excuse me.
And then I'm just going to pause here because this is what we want. This is the dialogue we have been called to do. We are in plenary. We're not going to go into dialogue now because I'm going to give you the reason.
This is not a dialogue. I have a question, ma'am. I have
may
a question.
answer-
No, I have a question before anybody.
Excuse me.
No, excuse me. First, you need to read the pedagogy of the
sign
oppressed.
language.
This process must be dialogical. It must not be one-sided. You don't come to talk down on us here. Number one. Number two, we are 4 members of the Rastafarian community here. We are all bundled up into one theme. We represent a nation of Rastafari of 3 million South African Rastafarians. We can't go under one theme. We have issues that cut across everything that needs to be dialogued here. You don't decide for us. Nothing for us without us.
I must say, before I move further, like, I have a lot of respect for these facilitators because, I mean, they were plunged into an unwinnable situation. Like, this is not their fault, and they did actually quite an admirable job, but they were thrown into the situation where people just wanted to have the cameras on them and speak and be dialogical.
The poor sign language lady.
The best part of that clip
He didn't know what to do, but
excuse me. And then the sign interpreter's like, hey, this dialogue was everything, people. It was everything. I actually want the dialogue to continue now. It mustn't collapse because we need comedy in our lives. Okay, so check out this because there were further demands made to speak to the president, and just this commotion broke out and it descended into chaos again, and people had to be ushered off the stage. Check this out.
they were looking for the agenda of the day.
Ja, dit was 'n gemors. And then to cap it all off, later on day one, some uncle decides he's going to steal the mic and talk to the politicians from the stage. Have a look at this. Aibo uncle.
Stop after lunch, please. Please, that's why we're here.
Colleagues, comrades, and friends, we will be back at 2:45. That is 14:45. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Listen,
Have a good lunch.
the government has not kept its commitment. They are liars. They want you to go out so that we cannot address you on the crimes of the government. This government is...
and then they switched off his mic just like that.
This is a mess, man.
Yo. The crimes of the government.
Absolutely.
So people are walking out, uncles are taking the mic, like that drunk uncle at the braai. You're just like, yo. What's going on here? Now let's have a look at, so that was day one. Day two comes around. Guess what? Uncle Cyril decides, I am bunking this thing, guys. This thing is not for me.
Are you not well, honorable member?
So the president who called for this national dialogue is not at the national dialogue anymore. Anyway, more hilarious situations unfold. Let's have a look at just the way that different people were trying to get space, shouting at the moderators and putting them in an impossible position.
Please go ahead, Speaker.
Thank you, Program Director, for giving me the opportunity to express myself. Chair.
Can I please ask for a pause?
I feel like you do not respect me because as soon as I started speaking, you attended another person. Can I ask for a bit of respect? So if a deaf person speaks, we want to be included and be respected as well, and I find that not acceptable. So for 1 hour, I have been waiting to be recognized, and I feel like it's not fair as a deaf community and a disabled community to be not allowed the opportunity to express ourselves. If I'm not welcome, please allow me to leave, honestly.
I mean, one good thing about this dialogue is that there was broad representation. Differently abled South Africans were all represented. But I mean, what a difficult position to put the chair in, where everyone feels like they're not being heard. Like someone's whispering in the chair's ear. Now that makes someone else feel like they aren't being respected. It's a lot. It's a lot. I hope they paid these facilitators well, man. Okay, let's go to another funny moment, which was... just like the need for people to constantly feel like they needed to be... South Africa, man. You see, they were creating these breakaway groups, right? But everyone thought they needed their own breakaway group. So like there wasn't a breakaway group for you. They started lashing the facilitators. Have a look at this.
Everyone, thank you, Chairperson. I thought maybe we were covered, but now that I hear that sex workers are also as a sector, I had thought that my sector would be represented, and please correct me if I'm wrong, in a small, emerging and informal economy. And my sector is cannabis. So I'm just wondering, Chair, should it also get a special attention, because I think it deserves. Thank you.
You are recognized. Can I please say on this point?
Kuningiest. Cannabis manje. Wow. Like everyone in the country was represented at this dialogue. And I must say, shout out to the Rastafarian community. They actually made their voices heard. Loud and proud, but my goodness, this was a hilarious situation. Okay, so just when you thought things were going fine and they were restabilizing, have a look at how people felt like, again, they weren't being heard. Have a look at this.
Chairperson, you're out of order. You are out of order, Chair. We are in plenary here, and you are bringing a proposal. So if indeed it is a proposal as you say it is, then it should mean that as plenary we've got the power to entertain the proposal. If we don't entertain it, then it's dictatorship. So you must tell us if we are here to listen to you and clap hands, or we're here to participate. We're going to participate here. We're not going to separate. We'll engage you right here. Right here. Thank you, Chair.
Anyone who's ever been in student leadership knows this situation. The best thing about that clip for me is that the speaker's like, we'll engage you right here, right? And then when she's done, she's like, thank you very much, Chair. Thank you.
We can't just be normal.
This is chaos, man.
Oh, man. I love how chaotic we are as a country. Like, if there was an Olympic sport of chaos, like, we would win the gold medal every time.
I wonder, like, whoever's getting, like, a paycheck to be a scribe for this thing, like, what do the minutes of this convention say?
There's a whole heading, we must be dialogical. But to end off, there was someone who actually said some really important things, and this was a young woman by the name of Sandra Lichabela, who is the RCL president representing all school learners in South Africa, and she basically called out the president and many ministers for bunking day 2 of the national dialogue. I suppose it was fitting that the most sense came from one of the youngest people in the room. Have a look at this drop mic moment.
All the elders and the youth, my name is Lishabela Sandra, and I am the National RCL President representing each and every learner in the Republic of South Africa. Chair, representing the youth, we feel very disrespected. This is supposed to be a dialogue. Now, let me emphasize to you what a dialogue is. We speak our
if I could
concerns.
please ask for you to pause. Can I please ask that we give her the opportunity to speak? Thank you.
We be given an opportunity to speak and raise our concerns, and then the particular person in which we are addressing these concerns to listens. Now, this is one thing that the ministers and the head of state of this country needs to understand. They are living off a salary that they are paid by the people of the Republic of South Africa. So the least that they could do is to sit in and listen to the concerns of the people of the Republic of South Africa. Chair, I want to oppose to what the gentleman there at front said. He said we should say at least 5 things and then focus on them. The ANC has been in power for more than 15 years and nothing has happened in 15 years. So if this is the platform to raise each and every concerns without holding back, then we will raise those concerns, Chair. Chair, and another thing that we need to understand, that whatever that we're harvesting for right now, whatever that we're laboring for right now, it is for the youth. So if the president thinks that we as the youth, we're going to get into the same environment and pay the very same tax that is killing our parents, then he must be completely delusional. It is not a secret. It is not a secret. It is a fact that can never be changed in history that the government is ineffective and corrupt. How are we as the youth supposed to trust these people with this very same dialogue? Right now we've raised so many issues, but the only thing that was aligned there at top was unity. How is unity going to solve the issue of unemployment? How is unity going to solve the issue of inequality? The only thing we need right now is effective leadership in the government. If they are failing, let them choose people who is going to represent South Africa very well. When the youth of the June 16 fought, they did not fight for this.
The time has passed. Thank you, Speaker.
She clocked it. She clocked it. No, that was really good and a beautiful way to round off this dialogue. For all the cacophony, all the noise, there were some moments where at least citizens were able to speak directly to the people who have plunged us into this crisis and make their voices heard. And maybe these politicians who are so used to these cavalcades with all kinds of bodyguards.
Excuse me.
And all kinds of protections. Maybe, it's a good thing they got to hear some of this directly. But that was the national dialogue, folks. That was it. I mean, good things. Yes, South Africans living with disability made their voices heard. Communities that are often pushed to the periphery got to be in the room and got to speak directly to power. We saw that. But wow, it was one heck of a South African mess. And in some ways, that's the beauty of our country. So like, share, subscribe, comment down below with the funniest moment for you out of this national dialogue. Do you like the more satirical episodes? We're just injecting a bit of humor because, look, it gets soul-destroying at times having to analyze our country for you. And we just wanted to do it with a bit more lightheartedness. Get us to 300,000 subscribers. Comment down below. Drop laughing emojis down below. And make sure you keep it locked on SMWX. Excuse me? Aye.